It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Of course, we want to remind you, better yet, if you and some friends are up in the mood or want to get down with some paintball, that's family too. Homies, don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? Check this out.
Private parties at Legacy Adventure Park. What all do you get? A personal guide to lead you through the day. A private shelter with your gear prepped for gameplay. Shuttles to and from 7 of the best fields in the state. Safe zones to watch the gameplay risk-free. And all the food, drinks, and gear to keep you in the game. Book your private party today at Legacy Adventure Park.
That's right. If you want to get your paintball on, tell them your boy BSJ sent you when you go up that way to Lockport, Illinois. Ping pong, ping pong. You understand me? Double J don't do that. Yeah, I'm BSJ. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Double J, for my folk out there in TV land. If you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so, and we will throw it up on the screen. And if you're one of them folks that wants to leave a question or comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That being said, joining me on the program today is my cat from across the way. Double J, where's your intro? I never can find your intro. Oh, there it is right there. Shout out to Double J. Tell the people what you say.
A parking spot is not worth catching a two-piece. And so...
Well, it depends on if the
parking
parking
staffed for.
It depends on if that parking spot is at Popeye's Chicken. Now, hold up, dog. I'm just saying, baby. 2-piece, mean greens, red beans, and rice. I don't mess with the stuff, not even twice. I'm just saying that ain't my type of deal. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I know what happened to Mark Sanchez, but not knowing the full story other than what's been reported so far, I will say this. Yeah, we all old enough to make, informed decisions. I'm just saying life choices. That's all I'm trying to tell you. At the end of the day, it's only going to be one or two things that come at the end of one. That's the consequence of reward. So it's unfortunate. Pray everything turn out the way it should, or, hopefully it's all good. But if you don't want to be in don't put yourself in a predicament. That's all I'm going to say. And then one other thing, too, before we get the show started, we got a big lineup for y'all today. This situation, and I'm just going to talk about this briefly. The situation surrounding Kyron Lacey. I've seen it throughout my lifetime, and I'm 56 years old, in my neighborhood and such. The part that him taking his own life, that's in a separate category in and of itself. I feel for his family, my condolences, and the whole nine, man. But just from a layman's perspective, the fact that somebody lied and to make a story look this, I'm telling y'all, it's not just in sports. You all have to, man, listen, if y'all don't start reading, if y'all don't stop regurgitating from scrolling and start really reading and peeling back the layers on what y'all seeing going on in the world today, man, I'm sorry. I feel for y'all, bro. I feel for y'all, bro. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing new. Unfortunately, this ain't nothing new, man. But I'm not going, because that's really a whole show in and of itself. And we got other stuff we want to get to today. But again, my condolences to him and his family. It's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, the lawyer showed footage of his car. You understand? After the impact that happened to the car, here his car pulled up. I'm talking about, I don't care about the distance in the feet. I'm talking about seconds later. You understand? Seconds later, he shows up. But yet and still, that ain't the story that was told. This is why I'm okay. So why ain't the story from the officers or the ossifiers matching the footage? And why did the footage come out when the footage came out so far after the fact? But that's another story for another day. I digress. Anywho, we're going to start the show. But again, my condolences to that young man's family in an unfortunate situation. But, you know, one I've seen countless times in my lifetime. All right, here we go. Former NFLPA title holder DeMaurice Smith was asked, does the NFL have a soul? He said, the NFL does not have a soul. The players do. He says, in particular, the NFL is the most unregulated, socialistic business in America. They privatize their wealth and socializes their cost. Am I saying that right? But anyway, your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep this short and sweet. I think this is the most honest thing I've ever heard from him. He couldn't have been more spot on how he identified.
Is that because he ain't on the payroll no more?
Oh,
my thing is, say it when the lights is the brightest. Okay. Like some of these sources that these people like Adam Schefter and all of these guys and Rex Ryan and all these guys, they be quoting this and that. From my sources tell me, no, man, I'm not quoting no source unless that source is willing to put their name on it, man. This anonymity got to go. If you're going to make the statement, you know what I mean? This, you know, not polarizing. That's the word, not the word I'm looking for, but a statement that's going to start a fire. Okay. Put your name on it then. Put your name on it then. I'm just saying, you know, DeMaurice Smith, all of a sudden, now you want to start. Now you want to tell the truth. To tell all. Okay. All right. But my bad. I ain't interrupt you to mean. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Finish.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think everything that he was quoted as to saying is accurate. And it's unfortunate, but it's echoed throughout the business world by some of those that have unfortunately been the most successful, at least by the standards of a bank account and wealth accrued. And what they often refer to is having to think amorally. And so unfortunately that's
amorally or immorally?
Amorally, basically taking it out of the equation altogether.
Yeah. Because there's a difference. All right, before we continue, would you do me a favor? Give me some college football score updates. Hey, but before you do, let me say this. Did you watch any of that Florida game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's Florida's coach? Napier? What's Florida's coach?
Billy
What's his
Napier.
name? Okay. If you all don't think, no, I'm going to say it this way. I've often said, no sporting event is completely left up to chance, right? Okay. You already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Man.
Okay. Now, Florida ended up winning the game. Hoorah. But help me to understand, if 1 + 1 = 2, why in the world would you keep the timeout and not get the 10-second runoff down 8-1 score? Oops. In that situation? Why did you do that? What explanation is there for that? Now, I get it. Florida, they won the game. But, bruh, that was in that situation, you got to help me to understand what made him not take the 10-second runoff, knowing that time was in your favor. Yeah, no explanation? Where's Gully at? Where's Gully at? I'm just saying, man. Help me to understand, bro. Help me to understand. You have to. But anywho, okay. Because you can't, just go ahead and give us some updates. Who's doing what?
Yeah, I would. I'm better at deferring.
Oh, of course.
In this particular circumstance.
Yeah, or receding like my hairline. I'm just saying.
I got a hat on too.
Okay. All right.
I'll let you take ownership of that one.
Yeah, I won't take this hat off. Not today.
So, in the largest upset of the day, probably by a country mile, it is UCLA 42, number 7 Penn State 37.
I'm so glad you picked that one first. I am. Let me give you a button. And you know why I'm so glad you picked that one? Because this goes back to all the shows we done about preseason rankings. Oh my gosh, I am going to pull the tape and make a reel out of that show. I asked the question when we did the preseason rankings, why was Texas number 1? Yeah, exactly.
Hype.
And why? And what? Oh man, I think I'm gonna pull that tape up because I said.
Well, remember, I was trying my best to justify. And again, yes, we talked about recruiting class, sure, but what they were looking at is truly on paper, and that's perfectly stated. It summarizes this as a whole on paper. And with the upcoming schedule, where do they feel like those particular teams will kind of where will it all kind of equal out? If you
okay, well, in the case of Penn State, again, I'm going off of what you did last season, coming into this season. There was no justification for where they should have been, knowing the history of James Franklin winning games of significance. So they were ranked in the top 5. I don't remember what the number was. They ranked 4, 5, or 7. Somewhere they top 10. Somewhere they were ranked high, too high. Somebody over there was getting high. I'm just saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hey, bartender, I have what he's having and make mine a double. Man, absolutely not. But anywho, and that's no knock against Penn State fans because I know some good folks down there on the Penn side. You understand me? They cool and we all good and we tight and all that other good stuff. We just talking football right now. They stink. Okay. Then in the case of Clemson, they were definitely in the top 10. Matter of fact, they might have even been 7th or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, but if you're going off Dabo's history here in recent memory, okay, and this ain't no recency bias, I'm just saying recent memory. I'm like, what did they do to garner being ranked number 7? The only team that looked like they should be where they are currently is Ohio State. And I mean, they didn't beat up on some patsies or whatnot, but and then my man Arch Manning. Woo! What can we say about Arch? Yeah. Woo! Is he the number 1 pick in the draft?
Well, Danny Warfel and some of those guys.
Oh, Warfel, yeah. Woeful. Danny Woeful, you mean? What?
Not to pile on here, but yeah, he's showing he still needs a little bit more time at the collegiate level.
Okay, you need a little bit more time. You need a little bit more time, bro. At the JUCO level, it's terrible. Sarkisian, he ain't gonna have a job next week. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? I don't even know what the rest of their schedule look like, but I don't see who they gonna beat, bro. Notre Dame, y'all got away with one today. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. And then Alabama, they look to be done right of the ship, but Vanderbilt, I mean, they're a tough cookie, but they're not a tough out. Does that make sense? Maybe not. I don't know. Give me some more scores there now.
All right. And
is Miami still up? Is it still?
They are.
Okay, 14-3.5. Okay, go ahead.
And number 11, Texas Tech is up 28-11 versus an unranked Houston team. Ohio State is up 21-3 early third quarter.
I'm not surprised, man. Jeremiah Smith, man, is he another one? Here we go. Wide receiver, I can't stand Ohio State football. How many times I got to say that, right? Maybe every time we go live, but I give it up to the wide receivers, bro. Wide receiver, Ibuka is my favorite. Sorry, not sorry, but he is. But Jeremiah Smith, my gosh, my goodness, bro. In what position on the offense can he not play? I'm being facetious here, but I mean, might as well put him at left tackle. He built like one. Man, the dude is 6'3", 220 some odd pounds. Run a 4.44 and the 4.44 and the 4 and 4 more. I'm just saying, bro. Man, they produce them. They do. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody else?
I would say Virginia, who obviously shocked some folks a week ago, did survive in overtime at Louisville, 30-27.
What about Michigan State? Who they play tonight?
Well, they lost earlier to Nebraska.
Oh, did they? Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, it was corn shucking. Yeah, Miami still, like you said, Miami's up 14-3. We're gonna see how that go. I don't know, man, but I'm telling you, to me, give me no. I'm gonna put the onus on you this go round. Give me two teams right now that probably weren't, or if they were in the top 25 preseason rankings, they were kind of like in the mid tier somewhere, or maybe a little bit lower. That as of right now, barring injury and anything catastrophic happening, you'll see two teams now that'll make the playoff that will be surprise teams to make the playoffs this year. The 12-team playoff, that is. I'm taking Georgia Tech as one.
You know, believe it or not, Virginia may actually be able to get in there.
You saying that because you and Chris Canny and Chris Jones is cool, bro. Don't do that.
No. I'm only pointing out that, you know, again, they weren't ranked at all, and they probably couldn't have been further from anything deemed to rank. And just the, you know, given the ACC, you know, you can, you know, potentially make a case, as we've seen right in the past with you know, one or two teams that are deemed outliers from not your main Big Ten SEC type of conferences. So
right.
I could see them, and then of course, if BYU can win on the road.
Yeah, who did they play? They played the Friday, didn't they?
Yeah, they were in control pretty much from start to finish against West Virginia at home.
West Virginia, that's right. Hey, what about that UNLV Wyoming? Is it snowing already in Wyoming? Did I just see snow? Oh my gosh, man. It's right around the corner, man. I was at Walmart the other day, man. Old man Winter was like, you know I'm coming. I said, yeah, man. Let me go get me some boots. Won't be no Uggs, though. I tell you, ugly. Anywho, yeah, man. At the end of the day, it ain't looking too good for you boys out there. I'm just trying to tell you how did Purdue do?
Well, they I told you the cupboard's bare. You know, they need some folks to it's year one for the former UNLV coach who's over here now.
Oh,
and they don't have a defense, dude, at all.
Well, I mean, you know,
and they're competitive, right? Like, I mean, look, last week they gave up 55 points at the Division I level. That is kind of brutal.
Yeah,
but you still scored 30. So it's not like it was 55-0, say it the way it was a year ago.
Okay. All right.
So now at least you're competitive on the offensive side. Today was 43, so almost 50.
Okay.
And once again, at the points scored, on the other hand, we're at 27. So
yeah, well,
holding strong there.
They need Joe Tiller. Joe Tiller need to make a comeback.
They need more than that.
And Mike Alstott too, and you know, and guys, them type of guys. Do we see Bama running the table? No, you do.
No.
You don't see Bama running the table?
No, I wasn't. Were you impressed by that 30-14 against Vanderbilt?
No, Vandy's quarterback, Pavia. Am I saying that right? Made a lot of They were in the game early. You know, it was a game early on. We just made he made a lot of mistakes at bad moments, man. He did more to help Alabama than he did. You know, he had too many Jameis Winston type moments. He kept everybody in the game, man. I'm just trying to say that ain't good for business, bro. If you on the Vandy side. You know what I mean? Nah, it just really ain't good. I'm taking Georgia Tech, though, as one of my surprise teams. Did anybody pick Georgia Tech to maybe be in the 12-team playoff this year?
No, and I'm sure those preseason odds would have probably put you in a different tax bracket.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just saying, too bad I don't gamble no more. I'm just saying. Hey, I saw something on Facebook a couple days ago, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody made mention about John Elway. Some quarterback currently, they said, was far better than John Elway could ever be. So and I don't even remember who the quarterback was. But when I saw the quote, I said, oh, come on. I said, this is clickbait. So I said to the guy, I said, are you serious? And then he went into this long tirade about, why he was. I said, oh, okay. And you can tell a lot about what somebody says about a particular subject, whether or not if it's, they serious about what it is that they're saying, or whether they just trolling, as my sons like to do. But he get ready to get a knot upside his head, one more trolleration, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking this question. Name me a now. Elway obviously came out in that infamous '83 draft, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Name me a quarterback from that draft forward. If you know your football, even if you didn't see these guys, because I did, but even if you didn't see these guys, if you know anything about football, you learn a little bit about those that came before the guys that are taking place now, so you'll have something to weigh one against the other with sites, right? Okay. Name me a quarterback from that draft up till now that did more with less than John Elway. I don't think you can. You say Kirk Cousins? Absolutely not. That's Michigan State. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you had to think now. And then of course I went on and on to say to the person,
Well,
go, whoa, we got an answer here. Cue the Jeopardy music.
It depends to me, like Stafford, right?
Okay.
Your boy. Stafford.
No, don't. I knew you was going. I was.
Remember,
I was
he arrived to an 0-16 team, just for what calling it for what it is. And what did he do? I don't know if Puka Nacua had 100 yards or not, but now wait a minute here. As it pertains to Elway, now Shannon Sharp was a bum. Terrell Davis was a bum.
See that's why I framed.
Is that what we're doing now?
No. That's why I framed it the way that I did. When I said a guy who did more with less, I'm talking largely in the Ricky Nattil, the Three Amigos. They had a nice, catchy name, but of all his skill position players on that Broncos team, now mind you, they beat the Browns. This when I was the staunch Browns. I was at Municipal Stadium. I'm talking about original dog pound where they was throwing biscuits and batteries, and Sam Weiss had to say, "This is not Cleveland. You don't act like that." In Cincinnati one time when folks was throwing stuff on the field, Bottlegate. Yeah, I remember all of that. Okay. Ricky Nattil, Sammy Winder, Steve Sewell. The only guy on that out of his offensive skill position players, obviously other than him, I forget who the tight end was. The tight end may have been halfway decent. But other than that, none of them guys are going in the Hall of Fame, bro. No time soon.
Right, but did that
they went to
team get to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, man, he went to, what you mean? He beat the Browns 3 times in the AFC Championship alone. Yeah.
So you're going more along the lines of guys like Cam Newton and Donovan McNabb.
What do you mean? I'm saying
who was Cam Newton's help the year he went to the Super Bowl?
He had Steve Smith,
I feel bad because one of the receivers
is
literally a friend of mine's.
He had Steve Smith. He had Steve Smith, bro. If I'm not mistaken, he had Steve Smith at least.
He had Ted Ginn.
Okay, Ted Ginn, bruh. Ricky Nattil. Oh, I can't even. Jackson was one guy. I can't even remember their last names. All I know is it was 3. He had 3 receivers that you want to talk about a guy who dragged. Everybody want to use that phrase. This guy dragged a guy to the pinnacle with it. Man, you want to talk about a dude who dragged a squad? Elway dragged the squad, bruh. He was the guy that you knew with the ball in his hands. As a defense, your main goal was to prevent the inevitable. Because he was coming to get you. You understand? And you see what he did when he got Terrell Davis, Rod Smith, McCaffrey, and Shannon Sharp. He won 2 consecutaries. You understand me? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. But in them 80s, bruh, and then you could tell the disparity in all around talent outside of him when he did get to the Super Bowl. Man, the Washington General Commanders or whatever the team is that play the Globetrotters, man, Man, my gosh, they opened up a can. And I mean, we didn't even talk about Jerry's last time he won one. They opened up a can on them Broncos. Shucks, Craig Morton. Well, maybe not, but I'm going to just, okay, no, because Phil Simms got him too, 38-24. I think he scored. That was that 24 against the Giants was the most, I think, that in that time span that the Broncos scored with him. Man, please. He was mopping the AFC up, man. With all due respect to Marino, because the guy mentioned Marino too. He said, yeah, no, but Dan Marino. Oh, hey. I'm not knocking Dan by no means. Dan had the rifle now. He was quick release. He was Chuck Person in cleats, baby. But in terms of just straight up and down, talent for talent, man, John Elway was man, I couldn't stand him, but you had to respect him, bro. I used to call him 4th and 10. 4th down was his best down. Rich Carlos, I only knew him because he wore the number 3. I'm saying I don't call him kicking a whole lot of field goals doing Elway because Dan Reeves was going for it because with Elway, 4th and 10, Elway did it again. That was my slogan at the time.
Yeah, he those teams also had a lot of help defensively. It wasn't just Dan.
Oh, they called him the Orange Crush. Man, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Metzelar, Pete Metzelar was the tight end.
I'm saying that is because of Eli Manning.
Carl Mecklenburg. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying Eli Manning as an example, as somebody that didn't necessarily have the best wide receivers.
Man, Manningham was better than anything John Elway had at that time.
Manningham?
Yes, Manningham. Manningham. Absolutely.
What did he go on to do after?
I don't know. I don't
exactly
know.
Nothing.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. You might see him on a PBS station on a Saturday.
Hey, and didn't he have Victor Cruz at one time too? All I'm saying did he ever have Odell? I don't know. All I'm saying to you is whatever Eli's receivers did in the games to get them to a Super Bowl, they not only got to Super Bowl, but they showed up in the Super Bowl. Elway's wide receivers, if no other skill position, and his running backs too, they did what they had to do to get. No, it wasn't even them. Elway elevated that whole team, bro. Elway elevated that whole Broncos squad, bro. I'm talking about, bro. Go back and look at the drive, bro. He had to go 98 yards in 13 and a half, 0.2, 0.22 seconds, and he did it. Now, granted, it didn't help none that Marty was playing prevent defense. I don't know why. And you had 2 bookend corners in Dixon and Minifield, who, by the way, NFL, what's the NFL guy with the Steve Sable do? What's the NFL network? Well, who are not network? The NFL Films. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, excuse me. That's all, folks. Anywho, NFL Network said the 3rd best tandem in NFL history. Okay? Just saying. And that might didn't change a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to tell you why they was playing prevent defense. I have no idea. Bro, I'll never forget it. Dave Pazzulli, little known Cleveland Brown nose tackle at the time. I'm sorry, defensive end, because Michael Dean Perry was the nose tackle. The Browns ran it like a 3-4 at that time. But they used to switch it up sometimes, 3-4, 4-3. But anyway, Pazzulli sacked Elway, bro. 3rd and 18. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said to you? 3rd and 18. You tell me, bruh, who gets out of 3rd and 18? That's what I'm saying, man. John Elway was John Inevitable. More often than not.
I still think you're in as much as you're correct in at least saying he overcompensated for the offense.
That's why I said he did. Who did more with less?
But you're forgetting that the 80s Broncos defenses were good to very good. So between 86, so 1986, 3rd in points allowed.
Okay.
That's not by accident.
Okay.
1987, 6th.
Okay.
1989.
Okay, so
3rd in scoring.
Okay. Yeah, did you okay.
So they weren't, of course, we're not saying
that let you know that
by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I'm not stretching imaginations. I'm saying his offensive skill position players outside of him, they were that bad. Okay.
But so were Donovan McNabb's. James
No.
Thrash,
Donovan McNabb had Terrell.
Kingston. He didn't have a
absolutely.
receiver until T.O. came.
Okay. Well,
Remember, he was doing push-ups and whatever in the parking lot. Remember that? Or his driveway.
Well, I mean, listen, him and Pilates, they ain't got nothing to do with me. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some Brandon Roy and no more John Elway. I'm just telling you right now, John Elway did more with less than any quarterback since 1983. Now, if you find one that did more with less, then bring them on. Email us, the shopreport365@gmail.com. And you can leave a comment. Like I said, you can weigh in. If you think I'm lying, we're going to take another break. I'll let you boy. I'm out.
It's Kerry Cunningham, and you watching the Shop Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Hey, C.O. Moore, tune in live to the Shop Report, man. Checking in with the Chicago Bears. You heard it here first.
All right, we are back. Okay, did you see this story about Brandon Roy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's what's interesting about this. Number one, I'd like to know, do you watch First Take? All right. Do you watch, what's the other one? Get Up, Get Down, All the Way Around, Hokey Pokey, whatever they call it. Okay, so you watch mostly the main talk shows, right? Okay, national talk shows, right? Did you hear them at all mention anything about this? What we're getting ready to talk about? No? I wonder why. Because, listen, that's why I can't tune in no more, bro. I don't. You spend 8.5 hours of an 8-hour show. I'm being facetious in Cincinnati. Okay, those are my words. Talking about the Dallas Cowboys, LeBron James, the Lakers, Austin Reeves, and JJ Redick. Like, who cares? Anywho, let me give y'all a little background on this Brandon Roy situation. Oh, shout out. We got my man D Gully from the CL Lumbus. Oh, glad you could join us. That's what I'm saying. There's his intro. Where you at right there? What you mean, Gully? Shout out, baby. Hey. Don't be wearing them kind of pants to the P-program, man. Put your clothes on. Anywho, what happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Fantastic. Can you see me?
Well, you saying that like, should we be seeing you?
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
well then. All right, well then. I mean, you want me to be quiet for a minute so you can go ahead and, you sound like you got a monologue you want to get through or something.
No. Just trying to get this all together, man.
All right, then, Jimmy Kimmel. Anywho, Brandon Roy was forced to resign or fired. That's really what I want to know. So let me read this to you. In the 2016-2017 season, Brandon Roy led Nathan Hale High School to a 29-0 record and a championship in his first season. Then went to his alma mater. Oh boy, I wish I had my button.
You had it right. You didn't trust yourself.
Okay, don't tell me about nothing what I don't do. What? Don't tell me about nothing.
You had it right. I just told you had it. Listen, this is how we do. You ain't used to seeing me. I know I've been on hiatus for a few. You ain't used to hearing me say something non-negative. You used to having us. You had it right. I was giving you encouragement.
Okay, just leave it.
I just need to be negative. Go ahead, do your thing.
No, just leave it at that though. You had it right. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't trust yourself. This ain't Friday Night Lights. I'm not dropping passes. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway,
he went to word.
What happened?
Pass that word.
Okay, passing gas. Anyway, he went to his alma mater, Garfield High. Shout out for me for getting it right. The following season, now this is after leading Nathan Hale, right? The following season, he goes to Garfield High, his alma mater. I just had to double up only one time, and led them to a championship as well. Roy Dale Smiley, one of Roy's assistants prior to taking over the girls program in 2023, he was let go as well from Garfield High. But here's the kicker. Here's what Garfield High principal Terrence Hart said. We are beginning a new chapter as we reset both programs, building on past successes while continuing to grow opportunities for our student athletes academically, socially, and athletically. Our goal is to foster a competitive, academically supportive, and welcoming program that provides positive experience and meaningful opportunities for all students. What the hey hockey sticks they got to do with why you let this man go and for what reasons?
Yeah, right. It's not they're saying everything and saying nothing at the same time.
Exactly. That's a whole lot of flowery rhetoric.
Because they didn't cite where Mr. Roy ran
a foul or
exactly. They didn't cite that. They just say this is what we do, this is where we need to go. And they made no mention of how Mr. Roy ran into conflict with their standards, morals, and ethics. They didn't say it.
That's what's strange to me, man. So I'm wondering, how is it justified? And then you now mind you, now it just looks suspect, man, all the way around the doggone Monopoly board, if you're asking me. Okay. You fired his boy, or the guy that was his assistant at Nathan Hale, who, when coming over to Garfield, got the girl's job. You let him go too? That's coincidental terrier for tell you? Is that what that is? Okay, now y'all ain't gonna talk. That what we doing? What you come on here for? Just not say nothing? I'm asking a question. It wasn't rhetorical.
I wonder if, when I read the article, the one of the information made available to me, which is basically the whatever was said in the article and how it was written. The first thing that comes to mind to me is that,
what are you eating? To me? What is to me? What are you eating, bruh? Double J, where are you at? This guy takes smoke breaks. I'm trying to tell you, man, every 15 seconds. What are you eating, bruh? You're not going to
say this again. Say this again.
What'd you say?
The first thing to me that comes to mind.
Oh, so you ain't going to tell us what you eating because you're going to take the first thing to me. Okay, do what you got to do. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just here for the peanuts, man. Go ahead, little Roy Dale.
The first thing that comes to mind to me is that the new athletic director wants to make their own impression over I would say organization, but over the organization as it were, such that you have a winning culture with the NBA All-Pro, former NBA All-Pro, and a successful coach on the girls program side, bringing in new direction or recent direction to the program, wanting to establish that mark. That's the reason why you have to let go of those before you, so that way you can make your mark and establish the culture your way, and you won't have anybody benefiting, or you say you only benefited because you had Brandon Roy there. You only took over a good thing. Ego is an ego-driven, perhaps, and I'm just guessing. It's ego-driven in that the new heads of the organization want to make their own mark, and that's simply what it was. And you couldn't do that if you already had a winner there.
Okay, so since when in this day and age of sports is it commonplace now, or why is it commonplace now to get rid of dudes who winning? Did you hear me what I said? At Nathan Hale, he went.
This is in sports. We see it in sports because it's the most. I think the most simplest to understand, but we see this in our society. Period. Organizational change. You deal with it in your place of employment. I've dealt with it.
Hoy. Yes, I'm with you. Excuse me. To say we see this in society or all across the board, organizational change, quote unquote. But I'm still asking, it begs the question, is the organizational change justified? In other words, if I hire you and Double J to do accounting for me or whatever it is, and I know when I first hired you all, I was plus 45 million, but after hiring y'all, I'm minus 14 million, then it's justifiable for me to say, y'all let the doorknob hit you. But if y'all increase if I go from whatever millions to 100, well, I'm letting you go. That might be a bad parable analogy.
No, it's not at all. It's not at all a bad parable, but like, it actually speaks. No, it speaks more to the point. It is I'm suggesting, perhaps based off the information made available in that article, that this is ego-driven. Simply put, someone.
So I don't even want a job now in that capacity. If your ego gonna get me fired,
right? Because those in senior leadership want to make their mark to establish a winning culture. They want to do it with their guys. It's egoism or nepotism, or a combination of the two.
Or favoritism too, maybe somehow.
All
somewhere.
of those things.
Okay.
I want to bring I want to win with my guys. I want my guys to do it. So
yeah, but you don't know if your guy is going to do it.
It don't matter. What you talking about don't matter in this case.
So wait. So help me to understand something now. The whole idea of a program is to win, right?
No, the whole idea of superintendent, a senior executive being the head of said program is to create a winning culture. See,
and you can't do that you can't create a winning culture unless you've already won.
No, that's not what they're looking for.
Well, wait a minute. Brandon Roy won.
That's the point. Brandon Roy did what he did before me and my guys got here. I want to do it with my guys. I don't care what Brandon Roy did. I'm getting rid of him.
So the winning culture is already. But the winning culture was the foundation for the winning culture was already laid by Brandon Roy.
Real quickly, why do you think
Mark Jackson got fired from Golden State? You're gonna have to. What happened?
Why do you think Mark Jackson got fired from Golden State?
Because of his comments. His comments, bro. His comments. Because when it comes to basketball,
what culture was he establishing for the Golden State Warriors in terms of style of play in basketball?
He was establishing a winning culture. But he got fired, bro. He did not. Listen,
okay, so
Mark Jackson is still.
Hold on, wait. No, let me finish. Nope.
Mark Jackson is still Golden State's head coach, bro. If he don't say what he said, the alphabet.
No. When Steve Kerr got that job, what is the thing he said he did?
I don't remember.
Steve Kerr said, to his credit, he certainly saw some things that he could adjust, but largely he didn't change significantly.
Yeah, because you don't reinvent the wheel when the wheel is Goodyear.
However, the big however is Steve Kerr was the coach when that dynasty started, when that dynasty first established themselves. He was the coach.
No, they were first established themselves as a winning culture, as a culture that could win. Listen, bruh. Steve Kerr, no disrespect to Steve Kerr, bro.
Gets credit for winning those championships.
Yeah, of course he do, but who get credit for building the foundation?
Steve Kerr get credit for winning those championships, though the culture was established with Mark Jackson, right?
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
But the face of the franchise, as far as the coaching wise, the face of that franchise, the coach of that dynasty, that name is not Mark Jackson, it's Steve Kerr. Same applies here.
No. The only difference, brother. The difference is Mark. Yes, it is. Mark Jackson.
No, there is no difference. It is.
Mark Jackson.
There is no difference.
Mark Jackson said something that was not liked by the masses of those people who pushed him.
Brandon Roy established a winning culture.
What did Brandon Roy ever say or do to get him for them to give a reason to be ousted?
Whenever you're ready, I'm gonna get this out.
Okay, because what I'm saying to you is the reason why Steve Kerr was able to get the Golden State Warriors job is because Mark Jackson said something in contrary to what the FCC done laid down.
Those are the semantics of what I'm talking about.
What you mean?
The fact is,
what did Brandon Roy say?
I'm going to explain it to you when you're ready. When you let me.
What did Brandon Roy ever say?
I'm going to explain to you when you're looking at the semantics. I'm telling you this concretely. The franchise was established under one person's tutelage, right?
Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson. Okay. Now we know he got fired because of what he said. As a result, another coach came in. That coach continued or made some adjustments, but left the core intact. And built that and helped to build that machine into the dynasty that it became.
But how did it get there?
That's not at all what we're talking about. How did he got there? Because that's
What
not
you
what
mean?
we're dealing with.
You can't state the what without explaining
That
the
is
why.
not what we're I haven't been able to make this correlation because you keep interrupting me.
Okay, correlate.
Yes, the correlation is this. Brandon Roy established the winning cultures, has did the girls' coach, and pardon me for missing his name. Their name.
Roydell Smiley, to be exact.
Roydell Smiley and Brandon Roy built a winning culture for that school.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what the article says to me, I don't know what Brandon Roy and Roydell Smiley did wrong to get them out of their jobs. So if they've done everything right by building a winning culture and did nothing wrong by taking away from that culture, I can only assert that the new leadership wants to be able to put their stamp on having success, sustaining success, or continuing success. So what I'm going to do is get rid of those that were successful before me, have the machine, have someone else take over the machine and continue winning. But those are the guys that I bring in, and we're going to continue winning. And that's going to be my name on it, because in a few years, we'll forget that Brandon Roy started the thing, but we'll remember that John Marshall, if you will, starting the name, but Jerry Marshall, if you will, the head coach of the team, that he inherited the team and the philosophy and the culture established by Brandon Roy. But Jerry Marshall is the coach for 2026 on to 2031, and they win 2 more state titles. Even though the culture and the philosophy and the team and the assistant coaches that Brandon Roy got there will remain, but a new face on an organization. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, here, listen, I get all of that. What I'm saying to you is all of that came by way of, or as a result of what? One case of wrongdoing according to those who pushed the buttons, and in another case, what Garfield principal Terrence Hart said. He said a whole bunch of what you just said and didn't say nothing.
No, he didn't say what I said at all.
No, I'm saying what you said earlier. You said after I read it, you said sounded to me like he said a whole lot but didn't say nothing.
Correct.
So at least in the case of Mark Jackson, whether you think it's fair or foul, they has a reason why that he did something they didn't like.
I understand. Okay, I agree with
That's my point. He did something they didn't like. But I'm saying,
he gave them a reason.
He got okay. They're fine. Whatever. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is not similar. Is the end results are the same, but the cause for them are not.
The cause, I didn't want to say, I didn't want to argue against that, because you're right. The cause is not. But what I'm saying is, like you say, a phrase that you often use when we're talking about concepts. Perhaps something happens in basketball, but there's a correlation or an alliteration that happens in football. Different situation, but the concept is the same.
Okay. All right. Yes.
There needs to be
the same.
There is there is a desire, a want, or a need for someone at executive level to replace the established identity of the sports culture at that school.
And what it's based on is what I'm saying is the nucleus. The reason for the result being what they want it to be or hope for it to be, the basis for that being the case is suspect. Well, in both cases, to tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? But at least they could say, okay, he ran afoul Mark Jackson, according to whomever. Right. And I'm wondering, I read the story like 18 times, I went and looked at some other stuff to fact check it.
Are we gonna find out in a couple of weeks that there's a massive AI cheating scandal?
It's gonna have to be some chat GPT.
Was it players using chat GPT to pass semester exams?
It's gonna have to be.
We don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be, because at the end of the day, my thing is, again, to the principal. The Garfield High's principal. Don't say all of that without saying why you let him go.
Correct.
If you're going to say something, say also including that why you let him go.
If he was a terrible coach, you can say that. You can use flowery rhetoric to say that. We had a coach. Well, we struggled. We had an idea. We had benchmarks that we wanted to set, and he's a great guy. I wish
you got to give some substance to that. Is what I'm saying. Double J, come on, get on in here, because me and him took up this.
No. I was going to let you guys both definitely have your say.
Yeah, this was 17
But
minutes.
I think it would have helped if I would have maybe give you guys some additional context. That
Please,
I
because
did
Yeah,
not
we
hear.
said as much.
just did
We
that.
said as
You
much.
sponging the
You had
last
us go
game.
back and forth. We
Yeah,
said as
okay.
much.
Let's
We
try
wait
to
a
walk.
minute.
Let's try to jump rope in between two freight trains. So
Hey,
That is
listen,
called
I've done
double
that. I've
dutch.
done that before.
Double
I'm
dutch.
like
The double
Darkwing Duck.
Dutch bus, bro.
I'm like Darkwing Duck, baby. I used to live dangerously. But let me ask you this before you say anything: is whatever this new information that you're getting ready to put forth, is who does it favor, me or him?
quite frankly, I actually think it helps both.
Thank you.
Oh, then don't. If it's
'Cause
helping
me and
him,
you
then
ain't- we're
if it
really
help
not
him, no.
arguing differently,
If it help
barbershop.
him, no, bro. No.
You
If it
just
help
want
him, if it
to,
help
you know
him,
what?
no. And then
You
we
know
don't
what?
want to hear.
You just need me to
If it
be
help him.
anti. All right, I get it. All right, so I'm putting
No,
the
no, I
headphones
don't
on.
need
Now
you
we
to
about
be.
go to
You
work.
There's
are.
I'm
elements
putting the
to
headphones
what you
on. Now we
said,
about to really go to
Barbershop,
work.
that
We about to go to work. We about
Yeah,
to go
you
to
are
work.
anti.
Hold
I don't
on.
need you to be. You are
Hold
that.
on. Headphones in.
Go ahead, Double J. What you got to say? Go ahead and say
Wait
what
a
you got.
minute.
So-
Let's check.
did either of you specifically bring up Reggie Witherspoon?
No.
Perfect. So I'll start with him because you guys brought up Garfield High multiple times.
Okay.
2 years ago, Reggie Witherspoon Jr. was let go despite having great success with the program at the school on the football side.
Mhm.
But someone or some people at the district wanted Witherspoon and his staff to reapply for their positions in order to continue to coach. I'm saying this because I witnessed this. A friend of mine is a big social media, not so much influencer, but he's big in the social media space on the business side of it.
Okay.
And he was also a basketball coach, and he was let go in a basically to a T of how this was, and he was not thrilled about it, and went and kind of shared that. So I got to see a very
Up
close
close and
third
personal.
party, but
Yeah.
then also, and it sounds identical to this. So in the case of Mr. Witherspoon, that particular move, according to district insiders, generally meant that the school and the school district is parting ways with you as a coach and are looking for a new direction. Sound familiar? Because
Mhm.
one of you have pretty much said that point also.
Yeah.
Now, how does that new direction, how did that fare? Well, the team had to forfeit 2 games because they didn't have enough players to safely field a varsity team.
Mhm.
And they are allegedly contemplating finishing the season with a junior varsity schedule.
So hold on. So Garfield High got a history of doing this.
But I'm not done.
Oh boy.
In recent weeks, we also saw the departure of Corey Sampson, the former head coach of Rainier Beach football team, who resigned his position just 2 weeks into the new season. Rumor has it that the district and the administrators of the school are forcing him out. Why?
So something
Hold on. Yeah. Why?
something's going on. Why?
Well, the author states, your guess is as good as mine. If true, the question is, why would the district force out or even allow someone with the track record of Sampson to leave the program? He has consistently gotten his kids into colleges and universities, has one of the best records, if not the best, in terms of wins and playoffs appearances in recent school history. Now,
They
as you
want
guys
new-
pointed out,
Mhm.
both the Garfield boys and girls basketball team with Brandon Roy, he was also similarly let go. Now,
So it sounds like UPN becoming a CW.
well, here's the
Yeah.
thing, because it wasn't just Brandon Roy; it was also the girls' coach.
Right, but that's what I mentioned. Yeah, right. That's what I mentioned.
Brandon Roy is the most notable name for all
Right,
of us.
right.
But yeah, it sounds like
But
UPN becoming a CW.
But the girls' coach was with Roy in his previous spot, Nathan Hale,
Right, and so
as an
now-
assistant. And then when they went to the alma mater of Roy, Lydell became the girls' coach, and Roy was the boys' coach.
But now
Now
I'm going
I
to give you a little bit more context because we obtained a letter from the Garfield community, and particular the Garfield principal, Dr. Terrence Hart.
Yeah,
saying-
yeah.
Yep, both programs are in transition under a new athletic director.
Okay.
And again, to read it, we are in the beginning of a new chapter as we reset both programs, building on past successes while continuing to grow opportunities for our student athletes academically, socially.
Yeah, Double J, I just read that.
No,
I'm
no.
just saying. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
So that way we know. Okay, they called it a reset. The others did not.
Right. So what we're saying is, what is the
what's the cause for the reset?
What needs to be reset? Yeah. What went awry that now needs to be reset?
Reset. Like for instance, and this might be another bad parable. You all are gamers, right?
Okay. Yep.
You and Double J playing Madden.
Yep.
And one, it don't matter. One's getting out on the other one.
Yep.
And one, you know how when you playing the Madden game or 2K, whatever it is, you get mad. You hit the reset button.
Right. Because
you get mad. You know what I'm saying? You don't hit the reset button if you're winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Why would the winner hit the reset button?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to tell you this because I've witnessed this more recently, unfortunately.
Okay.
And
it's bogus,
a
man.
lot of positions, especially at the high school level, often go without consequence. Meaning, at the end of the year, they don't look at the performance of the athletics in the manner that they would look at the performance of the academics.
Okay.
Meaning if your class, for whatever reason, as an English teacher, all failed or was not at proficiency, there's a high probability you're not going to be retained.
Right.
But if all of your teams are 500 and below, you're less likely to get held to without public outcry, suggesting that we need a new athletic director or we need funds going to this in the way that we see with more common with college athletics.
Okay.
So I'm saying that because what you end up realizing is Brandon Roy likely did not teach a course at that school.
Right.
Oh, whoa. So in other words, they want the head coach to teach classes too.
Well, what I'm merely pointing out is that when you have these guys that come from the outside that aren't a part of the program, right? They're not in the building every day, all day, like some of these other folks are.
But this is Brandon Roy's alma mater.
Wait. Go ahead. Finish. Double J.
So I'm pointing this out because this is, again, just more of a theory, but it's also an observation. As somebody that's coached from the outside looking in.
Yeah, well, I get networks. You know, they don't necessarily have to be good old boy because my boys experienced that when they was hooping at middle school. We played in the Cleveland Heights Rec League, Gully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we went up there and we saw a lot of them boys at that time.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is, hey, I don't want to work with Sean because Sean only is going to want to do work with all his friends.
But here's the kid. Here's what I'm saying.
J, you know what I mean when I make that reference, right?
Yeah, right. I do too. But here's the thing, though, Gully. The alma mater. Show me a former player whose alma mater or school didn't want him as the alma mater. You know, like that's your school. Like,
right.
That's like Barry Sanders going back to Detroit. Or Barry Sanders, they talking about some man, nah, bro. And he go undefeated, but they talking about nah, the Lions fire him the next year. Like, who do that?
Right. That's what I'm saying. This is the reason why you think I might be disagreeing with you. The reason why you think I might be disagreeing with you, Barbershop Jay, is because I'm speaking from what I'm hearing. I'm trying to speak from the perspective of what I think it is. And what I think it is that we want our guys.
Well, I mean, that's clearly obvious. They want their guys.
It's like it's becoming more.
That.
You just simply want our guys.
Say that
because you have it because Double J, even with all the ambiguity and we need a culture shift and language, blah, 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 all that, you haven't said where this current team and these current coaches as leaders themselves have went amiss of the cultural standard and the ethics and the morals and the direction of. You haven't said where they started to go away from it. If you winning basketball is counterproductive to the direction of your sports organization, then you know what? You need to be fired.
Listen, if you got the gall to oust him after winning, then have the gall to say we don't like him and we just want to do something different. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's my whole point in this. Don't give me, bro. You let this man go. He's a winner, huh?
Certified winner.
Hey, but you have to ask yourself: is that on par with what the school wants? Does the school care about winning?
Hey, listen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So give us right. I mean, I'm
experiencing this right now. Would you rather have it your best player academically ineligible due to, we'll say, things that may or may not be just, or certainly something that you could advocate and have corrected, or and then as a result you lose your next 2 games by a combined 14-0 at some point?
But what I don't, but in this case, Double J, I'm saying I don't know.
I see what you did there, Double J.
Yeah, right. But where would the academically ineligibility come in at in this case?
Because that's what I'm saying.
I'm just giving you another example.
No, okay. We got you, because I'm glad you brought up that example, because see, that example would imply that, hey, we can show this to the public. Like, listen, I understand y'all love our alma mater, our school Hall of Famer, but listen, winning basketball shouldn't come at the expense of these guys' future education.
That's what I want.
We got a conflict. They're not even expressing.
Well, not everybody's future is with education.
No, wait. But at that level, they can do that.
Able to get to college. I mean, in high school, even still now, say what we will about college and about academics and athletics in college. The name of the game in high school is to prepare you for
life,
the next level,
so to speak.
Prepare you for college. You need to be college ready. They're not even talking about trade school. So at the very least,
right,
if you are an athlete, you should be prepared and equipped to at least go to school, or prepared or equipped to at least be scholarship worthy, right, to go to school. So if there's something in the athletic program that these kids, though they're thinking about sports and sports is their main thing, and maybe while they should be pursuing other things outside of sports, if you can say that, hey, listen, academically, these guys are not prepared to handle life after high school. And though they're winning basketball and we're winning games and we love our spirits and we love going to the games and we love playing, cheering on our students and our athletes, they're not ready. And we find this.
But go hold that thought. But don't most, at least in 2025, don't most high schools have in place eligibility, like Double J talking about, like you can't
exactly.
Okay, so if I'm just hyperbolizing here.
Unless they don't want to expose themselves for the consistency in which they've broken their own rules.
Oh, you mean like Ohio State did one time with Andy Castlemore and he got caught? The lady was writing his papers, type of deal.
Right. Unless they don't want to expose themselves by breaking their own rules and then really shaming themselves, they would just simply say Brandon Roy and what's the name, and Mr.
Lydell. But I've seen in some cases, and I can't remember. Remember, we did the show on this about 4 or 5 years ago, where some schools were lowering the grade point average,
right,
or doing something lowering it with the mark. You didn't have to have a B minus or whatever, or B or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? A D plus got you on the field. But I still don't think in this case that there were ineligibility type issues. Otherwise, and I'm saying that because if that were the case, tell me that the media would pass up an opportunity in any other case to not mention that if that were the case.
Well, and that's why in reference specific to Chris Bennett's article from the Seattle Medium, he is suggesting that someone or some people at the Seattle Public Schools central office are intent on disrupting the athletic culture, particularly at schools that have historical ties to the African American community.
Okay,
I'm reading that for what it is.
Okay, so
Now, here's why I have a problem with it.
I didn't have to say it, but I was trying to get to that because that's what it looked like to me.
But this is my point. Even in those examples that I just pointed out here in Michigan, now with 2 different schools.
He don't never wear Tigers hats, by the way, but coincidentally, he got one on today.
What is it?
Oh, wow, really? Yeah. Yeah, he need on the Guardian cap.
Oh, it's 2 last I saw
Guardian cap. That's what he need to be wearing.
Yeah, you need.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Play football in that.
But go ahead, Double J.
Helmet to helmet contact. I'm just saying.
There's
lost his point.
To me,
oh, he got it.
In order to, there should be checks and balances here.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm failing to understand.
Mrs. Alva's went in. She said 2-2. What's 2-2? What are you referring to, Mrs.?
Tigers, Mariners.
Oh, wow. Oh, shout out for
the the fish.
Shout out for the update. All right. Shout out. Go ahead, Double J.
And this is where I have a big issue with this ultimately, because
Miss A, next time add the team names. You said 2-2. I didn't know.
Well, what teams did we need to know of?
She could have said the team. I'm just saying when I looked at the comment, it said 2-2. I didn't know if she was giving somebody a 2-piece. I didn't know if Aiden had messed up and he was getting a 2-1-2. I didn't know if Double J was getting a 2-piece after we got off the show. She said 2-2. That's where I'm from. 2-2 mean duck. I'm just saying. Well, go ahead, Double J. You know what I'm saying? Could you please specify?
But he get hit in the end of the day lose. Right? To me, this is an overarching. This is
overreaching.
Yeah, we can overreach because we have the authority to do so. And by creating instability, you can alter your desired results in order to, again, if you don't like the music, change the beat.
Yeah, but the game still have to be played. You can set the table. That don't mean the folks are gonna eat.
Well, right. And way to go with the plot of Major League.
I'm just I'm just saying. Just saying. Ooh, okay. Hit me with the Major League game. Okay. And on that note, we're gonna take another break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the ACCs first. I'm just saying, Brandon Roy, you can come this way. I know a couple of schools like the Ted Gins, you know what I'm saying? Glenville could use a good basketball coach, and then I can get another drop from somebody else. I'm just saying, y'all know how it go. It's your boy, baby. It's your boy. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Athletics matter.
Oh, please don't.
This is John Scribbs, 3-time NFL Pro Bowler, all-decade return specialist. You're listening to the Shop Report.
Cleo Miller, former Cleveland Browns, and you're listening to the Shop Report.
Hi, this is Dick Ambrose. You're listening to the Shop Report, and go Brown.
Hey, this is the top dog, Hanford Dixon. Listen to the Shop Report.
This is Ernest Viner, and you are listening to the Shop Report.
Hey everybody, Jimmy Has from Cleveland Browns, and I can tell you my favorite podcast is the Shop Report.
All right, shout out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just say, I went out to the Browns facility with my cat, you understand me? I ain't going to say no names right now, whatever the case may be, out of respect for the privacy and whatnot. But I'm just saying, man, to him and to Double J, I have been invited to a whole lot of functions that could have put me in front of a few folks and whatnot. But y'all know, man, I got to get y'all's mail out, man. So, what I'm trying to say? The 9 to 5 takes precedence.
The magic number for you is 6.
What you mean magic number? Do you say that like I'm on the magic school bus or something? Don't play me. Don't play me. That's how you said it. Your magic number, and you're gonna sit.
The magic number for you is 6.
Yeah, stop it. You see how you go? The magic number. Yeah, like the wheels on the bus.
Hold on, I'm a little ashy. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm a little ashy. Wait a minute. I'm no. Yep. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can strike a match. Now that's a fire. Anywho, the ACC, right? Is this an ACC first? Double J, do I need to pull up the pick'ems, or can you do it?
I got that one.
Oh, okay, all right. What's so funny about that? This is what I'm trying to say. Then you talk about I just want you to be anti. No, you always anti on your own. I don't need no help from me. The ACC's partnership with ESPN.
Oh my gosh, another partnership with ESPN. Oh boy. Yep, it's gonna give us great value and another skyrocketing in price. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, you sound disgruntled.
I mean, I'm just saying everything that's added to ESPN.
Well, like you tell me, let me finish. Okay,
yeah,
then.
yeah. You know how
yeah.
You get interrupted.
You ain't
interrupt
Wu-Tang.
your own interruption to interrupt me some more.
Hey, you're not ODB. Y'all, you ain't Wu-Tang. Y'all
that's Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, I know who it is. I'm being facetiousizing.
Glad you got around to it. Okay, you only had 80 more 90s groups to get to.
Hey, listen, hey, you know my memory.
That's naughty by nature.
My memory ain't what it used to be. I'll be the first one and the last one to tell you that. Anywho, the ACC's partnership with ESPN allows fans to hear officials' real-time conversations during instant replay reviews in certain games. The first of its kind initiative provides unprecedented transparency by giving audiences insight.
It's trying to get these.
Hey, you said, what happened? Hey, I don't want to start from the beginning. My God.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing.
You ain't laughing with me.
I'm laughing that they really just trying to get these refs hurt. Because now you get to hear them analyzing this bad call.
Wait a minute. Hold up now. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Anywho, where was I at? The first of its kind initiative provides unprecedented transparency by giving audiences insight into the decision-making process, allowing them to hear calls being discussed between on-field refs, replay officials, and the ACC Command Center in real time. What's wrong with that? Hey, because listen, you don't need the first down line. If you can hear what the refs is discussing, you get a little context in why a call might be overturned. Mind you, I don't gamble, but a lot of folks that do parlays, I'm pretty sure they would love to be privy to that kind of information in real time.
It won't help the game at all.
I didn't say that, but if you understand why a call was made versus that, then you won't go to social media next day and talk about what?
That's like, okay, imagine this.
Now we're going Star Trek.
So imagine
a whole new world.
Tell me this. Imagine, all right, I know you're talking about the ACC and college. Imagine being mic'd up January of 2002.
The refs.
When Charles Woodson forced a fumble on Tom Brady. Imagine us being able to hear the discussion around what became the Tuck rule.
Hey, we heard it after. We heard it after the fact. Why not hear it during?
That don't help nothing.
Yeah, it do, because listen, what it makes you. Listen, when you hear it, listen, after they get together and collide, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, or collaborate.
All I'm saying is,
then
if
they
I'm
come
a lawyer,
back, and then the guy presses the button. Then the people on TV can hear it. The call was overturned. Like, wait a minute, I want to know. Put me in the discussion. Like, listen, bro. How many times you done said, man, I wish I was a fly on the wall.
Are we about to be?
Okay, then, yeah. Put me in that discussion. I want to hear what's going on.
You know where flies most frequently circle around?
First of all.
All right, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, bro.
Got here.
This ain't gonna help.
Hell no.
Ain't nobody got.
You're right. Exactly. This ain't gonna help, bro.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Man,
I don't want to. If I know it's about to listen. All right. Okay.
I'm
this
just
is about
saying.
to be really good for the league.
Hey, listen. They're doing the ABS in baseball next year. Everything is automated.
No. But you talking about these microphones. You talking about being able to hear this nonsense.
That's right.
Happens.
Hey,
being able to know before he come out there in that huddle, and your parlay goes all to hell.
Automate me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, I'm just saying. Automate
before
me.
Your parlay, and you know clearly he crossed the line. You know clearly he crossed the line before, and you hear them analyze it. You know what you saw with your eyes. Okay. And hear them explain away what you saw with your eyes. All right.
Hey, but here's the thing, though. Do you not agree that with instant replay, the calls are less egregious?
See, what are we talking about?
There's been a lot more calls being overturned. Double J, you got to weigh in on that too. You went to ref school.
Hey, wow, wait a minute. Remember, I watch soccer globally. Okay, I watch referees get surrounded by riot police.
But do they have
that to get out of?
If I'm a personal injury, listen, I'm a personal injury lawyer. I'm calling every ref in the ACC.
So
like,
now
listen,
you Tim Mesney. You gonna make them
Bro,
pay?
listen.
I'm watching games where they got barbed
Hey,
wire.
how you doing? How you doing, Tim Bensley, my guy?
Oh, please.
And it still doesn't stop the corruption from the refs. I've seen some real questionable calls.
So Double J, you don't think this is a good idea? That's not a good idea. Because we complain about the NBA and they 2-minute report. They 2-minute report come out after
they started
bro.
trying to have social medias and all that. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man,
I don't need to hear you tell me.
You're
I
not
don't
the new act in the circus.
That your parlay is your parlay is.
Bro, you about to hear it, right? You about to hear it.
Can you imagine you need a layup and you hear him with that microphone and it sounds like you're it brings up trauma
listen.
from you getting belt.
Yeah.
No,
and they say all ball.
Okay, but wait a minute. But wait. But it's saying but it's saying
and they trust me because I got this gray hair.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a shot. Okay.
I stroke out.
All right.
Stroke out.
Okay. Don't be top
the
shelf.
last leg on the parlay.
Okay, so but I'm saying though. Okay, but you're gonna be privy to calls being discussed between on-field refs, replay officials, and the ACC command center.
Bro.
Man, you about to hear.
You understand right now?
The command center, bro.
On Tuda NA, I listen to them try to explain some garbo call.
Right, you about
from a penalty kick.
Oh.
And I'm like, this dude's lying. You can see his face. He's lying. There ain't no way.
Oh my gosh. Well, you don't want to. So you don't. You rather. You don't. You rather.
You think I want to hear?
Hear them. You want to hear them discuss how they listen, bro.
So you don't want to hear at 3. You rather wait till 3:05 and not at 3 o'clock to hear the bad news.
Okay, so what?
Give it to me straight.
The Minority Report or whatever it is that they.
Oh, now we Tom Cruising it. Okay, now we Tom Cruising it. Oh, was that Tom Cruise?
That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's Tom Cruise. Okay.
Think about it. What is it going to change? Except Tim Donaghy is Tim Donaghy now.
Right, exactly. You about
you
to
really
hear
know Scott Foster, bro? You can. They have.
Slow down there. Slow
Right.
down.
Have you not seen some of those where they just look at them, with the whistle? Like, no.
Okay, but somebody got to come up with something, because how many times after a certain game or a certain call, missed call or made call, people get on there and get the speculation talking about, conspiracies and so on. And I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you now, all sporting events are not completely left up to chance, because nothing says that more than Florida's coach Napier, who almost blew the game. Like you, why not take the 10-second runoff? I still don't get that. We talked about that earlier in the program at that first portion. I'm like, wow, really? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? More time off the clock helps Florida, but you put time back on the clock for anyway. All right, but even still, bro, transparency. We've been asking for transparency, and here it is. The ACC of all C's are trying to give it to us so that we can see, and y'all poo-pooing on it.
Yes, we are.
That's the problem,
because it's not going to change the result. I'm telling you, bro.
Why won't it?
Because you
That's
just
why I asked you.
You get to hear, you get to hear the see, it's a word I want to say, but
don't do it. Don't do it. Double J, I asked him, how many calls based on instant replay in football in particular? How many calls have you seen after they really look at it, have been turned over, or overturned in favor of, what I'm saying? How many times did they get the call right after looking at replay? Now with the use of it and all of the camera angles and such versus, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, or you know what I mean, or as opposed to when it didn't happen.
It still happens, but then part of the challenge and what I consider always the outlet to allow the BS is to simply suggest that it's inconclusive.
Yeah. Right, it's inconclusive.
Oh,
right. That's what I'm saying. That inconclusive saves a lot.
It's not enough evidence to overturn the call on the field.
Have you noticed they supposedly have that ball hawk technology, right? How many times did you see him use it?
Listen,
you talking about where they measure the first down thingamajig, doohickey mabob?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did you see him use it?
I've seen it like twice, maybe.
Okay, just enough for you to say it exists, but not enough for you to know really how it works.
Oh, okay.
Hey, if you are a referee in the ACC, TopDogLaw.com. That's all I'm saying.
No more free plugs. All right, that guy's got a marketing budget that I can only dream of.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You plugging this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you plugging this guy, and we're gonna have to go borrow a loan. We're gonna have to go get a loan from the guy.
So listen.
Otherwise, it's go with Glenn.
I'm telling you.
Learner.
Or this dude.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just thought in the effort, for transparency or whatever, that you guys might be on board.
We want them to get the calls right. That's the transparency we looking at. Get the calls right. I don't need to hear the analysis. The nonsense is about to be the nonsense, or the BS is about to be the BS. And we ain't talking about the bowl championship series.
What I want to hear is the guys say, "Hey, man, I just got a fat envelope before this game." Hey, say that. That's what I want to hear. Say that. That's what because somebody gonna slip up. That's why I want this thing mic'd up.
Like these guys, especially in the NBA, they communicate all the time.
Yeah, well,
there's a particular Pistons game that really sticks out where all of a sudden everybody was getting teed up, like the whole team. Like it was like it kind of felt like Oprah's favorite things, and you got one, you got one, you got one.
Yeah,
and I was just sitting there. And in Isaiah Stewart's case, it was like because he looked at him.
Well,
I've never seen anything like this before, other than Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was laughing.
Right. No, Isaiah Stewart just literally made eye contact. Like not even in a negative type of way, if such a thing can be done.
Well, I keep telling people, if you think sporting events are completely left up to chance, and you need to call that 1-800 number at the bottom of that gambling commercial after the fact. You know what I'm trying to say? After you put your parlays in, call the 1-800 number.
Well,
okay.
Or just get hip to who the one with the funny business is.
Oh, wow. Okay, well. Ooh, wow. Oh, he's
ride the wave.
Okay. Anyway, I think it's cool for the ACC that we're going to see some transparency. But these two guys, the buddies.
Just you wait.
They don't. Yeah. I'm just saying.
You having what's the protein that you're choosing tonight?
Oh, wait. Hey, is that a wrestling reference? Okay. And on that note, we're going to take another break. When we come back, our NFL Week 5 pick-ems, baby.
Listening with audio, no audio to games. And then I didn't know we could hear the referees.
Right. Yeah. Let's go to break, man.
Yeah, okay.
I'm Jordan Gudeman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eddie G's Cookies. I was first diagnosed with a nut allergy when I was young. At the time, there weren't a lot of labeled items that said if there may contain nuts or there are nuts in the food, so my brother and sister and I baked a lot at home, and we enjoyed treats from mixes and things like that, but I noticed that it was not the same as what my friends were enjoying, and I started making my own recipes. When it was time to pick a career, I decided to start a bakery so I could share my treats with everybody else. When I started creating my recipe, I was taking in all the things that I thought I was missing out on. A soft, chewy center, a crisp outside crust, and a taste that is just like it came out of the oven at a bakery. When I put all those things together, I'd come up with a recipe for a dream cookie. Eddie G's Cookies only uses the finest ingredients. We have all natural flavorings, no preservatives, and every cookie is made in a nut-free environment. The best part about Eddie G's Cookies is that they can be delivered right to your door. You can share them or not. We won't tell.
All right, we are back. That's right. Get your Eddie G's Cookies at eddiegscookies.com. Make sure you get them snickerdoodles, baby. Them boys is all right. And the oatmeal raisin, I believe, and the chocolate chips are pretty good, too. Throw them in the microwave. He didn't put in a couple heats on him right quick right there. You understand me? And then you got yourself, some French vanilla ice cream. What in the world? Oh, this guy here with oh my God, this dude here with the doggone sound effects. Bro, what are you doing? Can we throw up the NFL Week 5 pick'ems, please, so these people can go and finish watching the rest of their college football and get some sleep? Can we do that? Yay!
Yeah,
thank you. All right,
here at 8 in the morning.
Here we go. Baseball.
Vikings are going to win.
Hey, let me give a little disclaimer here right quick. Okay.
No, they're not.
Oh boy, here you go. Any picks being made off my picks for gambling purposes, I suggest that you don't do that. You might want to make your picks based off of who's active or who's not active. Okay, that you'll be better off. But listen to me, I'm trying to tell you, it ain't gonna get you far. This is just for fun. It's and giggles, baby. So let's start them off right quick. You understand me? Vikings at the Browns. Well, we already know the story surrounding the Browns this week, or whatever the case may be. Actually, Double J, what's the spread in this one?
It is 3.5 in favor of the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's more like that. What's the over under?
36.5.
Oh, so 2 field goals and a and a double play.
2 field goals and a double play. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't trust Carson Wentz. I don't trust Carson Wentz, bro. But the Vikings defense is different. The Browns defense too, though. I'm gonna have to come back to that one, Double J. Wait, what did you say the over under was? I got it.
36.5.
I want to say the Vikings, but I got a feeling the Browns, they might mess around and pull this off, Barra. Nah, I got to come back. I don't know why. I got to come back to that one. I just. Hey, wait, where are they playing at? London, right?
Something along those lines. Yes, definitely overseas.
I'm going to take the Browns, man, begrudgingly. Up next, the Texans at the Ravens. What is going on with Lamar and company? Is their window, the Ravens window, is it closed?
It's closing for sure.
Okay, and then on the flip side, have the Texans found their stride? Because C.J. Stroud was balling when he first hit the scene. Even after his sophomore season, this season is not really going up to par, man. What's up with C.J. Stroud, bro? If Ohio State is wide receiver, I thought for a minute he might break the cycle in the mold of not being quarterback you, but apparently he might still be
This may just be a year where things just don't look normal, and then this may be galvanized for him to return back to form later this year or in the next season.
Okay, well, I'm picking Double J. What's the spread? And who and for who?
Yeah. So for this game, we have 1.5 in favor of Houston, and the over under is 40.5.
Ooh.
Has Lamar been officially ruled out?
That's why I'm saying. Yeah. From my understanding, Lamar wasn't playing.
I was informed that he was going to be out through the bye week for them. So basically, the next 2 games.
Yeah, but even still, the Ravens just don't look like the Ravens anymore. Even with Lamar, Derrick Henry.
Can I say something to your point earlier?
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson fits that mold. Doing more with less.
Nah, man,
His
bro.
receiving core has been cheap.
Nah. Ricky Nattil, Mark Jackson, and I forget the other guy's name. They wasn't what Zay Flowers is.
Zay Flowers. I mean, come on,
bro. I'm trying to tell you. Go look up Ricky Nattil and Mark Jackson, whoever the other guy was. Look up their best seasons as pass catchers. They probably scored 1.5 touchdowns combined. Elway, I'm trying to tell you, man. Elway was doing it. Elway was doing. He was doing it all, bro. He was doing it all. He did everything but kick field goals. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Give me the Texans though in that game.
All right.
Dolphins at the Panthers. Tyreek Hill, gruesome injury. I thought for a minute he had just hyperextended it, but the Dolphins and Tua turned the ball over. It's a wrap.
Were you aware he also had a vasectomy?
What happened? Did we need to know that? Oh my God!
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh my God!
Next one, man.
Yeah, who
From
needs
on
to
the
know
field,
that?
folks.
Oh my God! Huh? What?
With
Never
that crunch
mind.
sound.
Oh my gosh! Never
golly.
mind. Oh my gosh! Who needed to know that?
Yeah, so no, that was the extent of his injuries was not limited to his knee, unfortunately.
Oh, we'll say it that way. Oh, wow! He broke all that. Oh, wow. Anyway, that's cringeworthy. Yeah, okay. Give me the Panthers.
All right. The Dolphins are favored by 1.5.
I don't care.
All right.
Give me the Panthers. Raiders.
Chumbawamba for the Panthers is out too. I don't know if that matters or not.
Oh, dag nabbit. Oh man. I'm jumping up. You know me. I jump out the plane at 57,000 feet with no parachute, baby. I'm DBJ Cooper. Raiders at the Colts. Danny Dimes is looking like Danny Dimes, not Jones, no last name no more. What's up with that? And Gino, he's starting to look like Jameis a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He keep everybody.
Oh man.
I'm just trying to say he keep both teams in the game. You know what I mean? They circle. Oh, we playing the Gino. Oh. Hey, the Colts having Raiders players. You know what I'm saying? Because Gino gonna put everybody. What's the spread in this one?
7.5 for Danny Dimes.
Huh? What happened?
Yeah, they're 7.5 point favorites.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, okay, the way you said it first. Okay, yeah, I'm taking the Colts anyway.
All right, go ahead, take the Colts. I will take the Colts as well.
Okay. Giants at the Saints. Hey man. They lost Malik Neighbors. Right when they make the switch to Jackson, I be throwing darts sometimes. Malik Neighbors go down. Imagine that, bro. Brutal the NFL is, bro. Brutal. I'm still taking the Giants, bro, because the Saints should have took Shador. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Oh, Cowboys at the Jets. Bro, can one of y'all explain to me how did you play to a 40-point tie? When's the last time you seen a 40-point tie?
40-point tie. Yeah.
Come on, bro. Come on. That's ridiculous.
That's rough one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Give me the Jets. They about due for a win. But before you do, though, Double J, what's the spread?
Currently 1.5 for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that Jets D gonna be all over Dakota. And I ain't talking about north or south. That's where gonna be running, north and south, because they're gonna be all over that boy. Broncos at the Eagles. Well, let me say this right quick, man. I watched that Rams-Eagles game. I think the Eagles just got the Rams number, bro. That's twice. In that NFC Championship last year, were the Rams up at all in that game?
Yes. Well,
they did.
Thought so early.
Yeah, that's what same as it was in the one the other day, last week, or whatever the case may be. I'm taking the Eagles, bro. Bo Nix, I don't think Bo Nix is. Sean Payton is a good coach, but I don't think Bo Nix is what Sean Payton. Sean Payton wants his guy. Was Bo Nix Sean Payton's guy?
I think so.
Okay, well, Sean Payton gonna have to get another guy, and pray it ain't Mark Sanchez. No offense. Yeah, give me the Eagles.
All right.
Titans at the Cardinals. Let me say this. Marvin Harrison Jr., did you see the look on his face last week?
When he caught a pass?
Well, either way, I think he's saying to himself, the Kyler Murray experiment should be over. I'm just saying.
Oh, hell no.
The Kyler Murray experience is it's about done, bro. It's got to be over with. You know what I mean? And I'm saying right now, what's the spread in this one, Double J?
It is 7.5 for the Cardinals.
I'm going to jump out the tree again. Give me the Titans.
Give me anytime touchdown. Last name, the guys for the Titans is Dike, I believe. Yes, that's his name.
Dike? Never mind. I'm not going to even try that again. Oh, no, never mind. I don't need. Oh my gosh. Let me sip on some water. Oh boy. Yeah, there you go. Clap it up for that. Buccaneers at the Seahawks. Hey, this got to be the game of the week. No?
Yep. I'm picking the Bucs.
Well, you said that a little too fast. Hold up, bro. Slow down there now. Slow it down there now. Slow it down. This is in Seattle, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I'm bake. I like bake. I'm at Buka all day, every day. But Seattle, bro, Seattle gonna win. Seattle. What's the spread, Double J?
It is 3.5 for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks.
Well, now keep this in mind. Bucky Irving is out officially.
Oh, I'm taking the Seahawks. Even before knowing that, I'm taking the Seahawks. See, this is why I say don't make no picks based on my picks in my selection, but make your picks based on who is or is not active nor inactive. Okay, like Mount St. Helens. Oh, Lions at the Bengals. Do we even need to look at that? The Lions that they oh my gosh. Yeah, they they look. At first, I thought that the coordinator and this is another knock against the Browns. Only the Browns could fire their whole offensive staff and look like they fired their offensive staff. The Lions get rid of both of their coordinators, and you can't tell because somebody's still coordinating.
Yeah, and they
don't miss a beat.
They don't miss a beat.
They ain't missing a beat.
Perennial contenders and all that. Yeah, I got you.
At the whole nine. Yeah, right. Yeah, thank you, Double J. The Washington Commanders at the Chargers. What's the spread, Double J? And tell me, is Jaden Daniels coming back?
Jaden Daniels has been cleared. However, Scary Terry is out, and I believe also one of their running backs is also out.
Who's out for the Chargers, if anybody?
Just Najee Harris.
Yeah, because they didn't look good last week without him. But they at home, man. What'd you say the spread was again?
This one for the Chargers is 2.5. So on the Chargers side, Keenan Allen was a full participant for both Thursday, Friday. Joe Alt is officially out. Darius Davis is out. Questionable for both tight ends Will Dissly and Tucker Fisk. And it looks like Derwin James, the safety, will be back. Also for the Commanders, Noah Brown is out. Tight end Zach Ertz looks like he'll play. Scary Terry McLaurin is out.
Give me the chart. Yeah, give me the Chargers, bro. Yeah, give me the Chargers. Patriots at the Bills. Now, before you say anything, I'm gonna just run it out here at
Circle the wagons.
Settle down. Oh, Bonanza. This guy right here.
Circle the wagons.
Oh, slow down, little Joe. You know what I'm saying? I'm Hoss Cartwright.
Circle the wagons.
And you got that wrong. Double J, I guarantee you the spread on this one is no more than 4.
Unfortunately, it would be more than 4.
Okay.
I guarantee you, Double J.
Hey, what we doing? This is what we doing? Now y'all okay with now y'all want transparency. Wow, really? Unbelievable.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What's the spread, Double J?
This one is 2.5, or I'm sorry, the 8.5, one of the largest of the day.
I'm taking the Patriots. No, wait a minute. I made 2. Hold on. I already did 2 jump out the plane picks, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, give me the Bills. I ain't gonna keep jumping out the plane now. Y'all ain't gonna get y'all satisfaction. Me splat on the ground. Chiefs at Jaguars. Hey.
Are you sure you don't want to have the extra jump out of the plane?
Why? Why? What's up your sleeves?
I keep saying it, and I will say it until the rest of the world knows it or agrees, or it becomes painfully obvious that they somehow disagree. Jacksonville has a top 5 defense.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Bills and Patriots thing. No,
I like the Patriots plus the points for sure.
Yeah, no, well, this is head up, straight up. But
Right.
I thought we were still on. I thought you were gonna say something about the Bills and Patriots, but no, if we you talking about Jaguars Chiefs, I'm taking the Jaguars. Even though the Chiefs got everybody back, you know what I'm saying? Worthy.
You taking the Jaguars?
Bro, the Jaguars defense, bro, is not to be messed with. They're gonna
It is not to be trifled with, huh?
Okay, well,
Yeah, this
you
some
say
Wu-Tang
trifle, I say
Clan.
truffle. Either way it go, it ain't nothing. You don't want to go that. You don't want to go there. And I know they got Patrick Mahomes and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Still, they got Kelsey and all of that, man. But them Jags, that Jags defense, man. Ooh wee, they be bringing the pain. Hey, boy, what'd you say the spread was though?
3.5. Kansas City's the favorite.
Of course they are. I'm taking the Jaguars. Yep, give me the Jags. Scroll. Oh, that no. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold it. Is that one already took place? Didn't it? Wait
Correct.
a minute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't do the Rams and the 49ers. I picked the. Did I pick the Rams? I'm just man. Hey, what's going on? Kyle Shanahan, bro. I can't believe the Browns let him get out the building. I just can't believe the Browns. He said, no, I didn't want Johnny Manziel. And then they said, okay, well, what the hell? And he hit the door. But anywho, I digress. Go back to the top. I'm going to make my Browns and Vikings pick.
The Browns. Go, Brownies, go.
Give me the Toledo Rockets. Can't get out from up under it, huh? All right, man. Yeah, give me the Browns, man.
Right, exactly. Because there's no reason why the Browns should win, and that's the reason why the Browns are going to win.
Oh, man. Well, for whatever reason, that was lightweight, kind of profound. Yeah, exactly.
It was exactly what Green Bay was. They might actually beat the NFC North this year, the Browns.
I beggeth thee to picketh thine croissants. Okay, that put you to sleep. Sorry about that, buddy. There you have it. Those are my picks. Shout out to Jay's picks on the day, baby. You know what I'm saying? And again, let me remind y'all, if you make any picks based on anything I pick, you need to call that 1-800 number at the bottom of that FanDuel commercial. I done seen it. You done seen it. We all done seen it. Anywho, you understand me? If that's it, that's all. And on that note, I leave you with this quote. The worth of a man is according to his courage. His truthfulness is according to his balance of temper. His valor is according to his self-respect. And his chasteness is according to his sense of shame.
What was that at the end there?
His chaste, CHASTENESS. You don't. Hey, we're not about to come on here romper room spelling bees. We ain't finna do that. Boy, I was spelling champagne. You understand me? Hey,
you spelled pterodactyl.
Dang, Double J, that's a long laugh track. My gosh. You know what I'm saying? What you say? Spell what?
Spell pterodactyl.
T-dactyl. We out. I'm out of here. I'm not about to do this with you. It's been fun, but we got to run. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to check us out at 9:30 on the PM side. Hey, on Mondays, are y'all still doing the turnbuckle at 9:30? What are y'all doing?
Trying.
Okay.
Yeah. We are under construction, making sure we're under construction with the platform and all, and we'll be back with you guys
We're
very
waiting
soon.
for a certain host.
Okay.
With the most.
Yeah. Okay. So you said a whole lot of. You sound like the AD.
No, I said we are under construction.
Yeah. No,
I didn't say we are taking a reset and going with a new direction.
Yeah. You might as well said that. You said everything else but that. I'm trying to say.
Well, tell us. It was. Hey, listen. You worry about us.
Okay. All right. Anyway, it's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget, would you stop with the laugh track? People need to hear the outro. Oh my gosh, it's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out at 9:30 on the PM side. And Saturdays after, when are y'all doing the fantasy show or no?
We're ready to roll. Absolutely.
Okay, well, do what you got to do anyway. Or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the shop's fan page, and of course YouTube. And make sure. What about TikTok? I'm not TikTok. Yeah, TikTok Live Studio. Are we on that too still?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Or y'all can make sure y'all hit us when you're over at the tube anyway. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd be much obliged. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. You know what I'm saying? For my dudes, Be Rich, Double J, D Gully, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla, I'm out. Hey.